Welcome to Tuesday night!
Yay!
We're finally live on Facebook. We've been live on TikTok for a little while for those in the background hanging out.
Yep.
And tonight we're doing something a little different. And I'll let Dale tell you what's going on. Tune in at 6 when we usually start. That's when Facebook usually TikTok fires off.
Yeah.
And so Sue had said, "Hey guys," and Anastasia said, "Hey everybody."
Hello.
Hi Sue.
Hi, Sue.
It's the poke in the Parch camp. No, I don't know.
You want some pancakes? If anybody's ever watched SCTV, you'll know what we're talking about. Yeah. Yep. If you haven't, you don't.
Elsie just chimed in. She said, "Hello, crazies."
What is this? What is this?
Mr. Chris Farnston jumped on and said, "Good evening, folks."
Good evening, Greg.
It is a Savage World system, so you need one of every die type and an extra D6.
You're so demanding.
It's not me, it's the game.
Oh, let's play the game. Okay. I think this guy was
Don't hate the player, just hate the game.
I don't hate the play. I need that shirt.
Ever died time. Now, I remember back in the day.
Shut up, Grandpa.
So for those of you at home who have no idea what Savage World is,
It's
It's currently where we live.
yeah. Pinnacle Entertainment, the makers of Deadlands, yay. Eventually came
They're
out
not
with...
sponsor this program tonight.
No, unfortunately not.
No one sponsors us.
Yeah, unfortunately not. They came out with Savage Worlds, which, if you know the history, basically they had Deadlands Classic, and then they came out with the Great Rail Wars, which is a simplified tabletop, like mass army tabletop, and it was the rail barons, and you had troops and all that stuff, and they kind of used this very simplified system. That actually evolved into Savage Worlds, which is the Pinnacle fast, furious, and fun system. It's real easy to use. It's real easy to learn. You need a 1d4, 1d6, 1d8, 1d10, 1d12, 1d20, and then an extra 6-sider as a wild die. And we can explain that as we play tonight if you wish.
Yeah, let him guess.
Yeah, figure it out. Look it up. I'm sure there's a Wikipedia all about it. So tonight we are going to switch gears for a bit and do a little sort of one-shot part of the story, Dawn of the Daikaiju, which is also from Savage Worlds, and it's basically giant monsters attacking cities, but you are the giant monsters, which is a pretty cool premise. I'm like, oh, I've never played Godzilla in a game before.
Oh!
Yeah. So it's very much influenced by that. So the characters, well, the players have all made their Daikaiju, which are the giant monsters, and then most of them have a human counterpart. Because you can do Daikaiju stories all day long, but without humans, it's kind of interesting. You forget how to speak.
You can only destroy so many buildings.
You can only growl with your tongue across some. So most of these characters have a human that is with them, a human caretaker or
So that
counterpart.
you get a second sheep.
Yeah, good idea. Because
Yeah, give me those weird little
all
girls from the Mothra. They live in a
twins?
box.
the twins,
Yeah.
the singing twins.
So anyway,
Yes.
silence.
So anyway,
Nothing's going on. You can run the game. Everything's fixed.
well, I can't without the book, so I gotta wait.
Oh, right.
No, it's fine. It's fine. Finish your character.
We're having fun with urinal pucks.
Urinal bucks and gorilla suits.
That's the way this
Sounds
game
like
runs.
an album of some,
Frank Zappa, baby.
Ooh, that would be a new song. I'm in my gorilla suit, urinal puck and poop, poop, poop. I'm gonna be your hero tonight.
No, that's Guar. That's a Guar song.
That is a good song. Hey, everyone.
Oh, we're
Especially if they do it in the lounge act. That'd be Guar.
Hey, everybody. How you doing tonight? Make sure you tip your waitress. Not too far over, she's a little tipsy. She has a concussion, so it doesn't do very well.
Or would be make sure you give her more than the tip.
Okay, so I guess it's about time. So this game is called Dawn of the Daikaiju. Daikaiju are the giant monsters. This is the cover. I don't know if you can see that very well. It's Savage Worlds, Pinnacle Entertainment. It's a fun game. This is the rule book. It's really not much, but it was such a fun idea that I was like, we got to get this and try it out. And so far, we've made characters and played it once and kind of had fun at it. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. So it is written like the old monster movies of yore. We started out, the Daikaiju have been kind of harnessed. The ones that they can be caught were caught on an island and contained for their and others' safety. They are being researched by kaijuologists who kind of look into this and see what they're about, how they evolve, how they operate, blah, blah, blah. Some believe they are the true protectors of Earth, that they restore balance to nature or whatever, but they all have their own motivations and their own reasons for being. Some are ancient creatures, some are brand new, some are creatures, some are mechs, some are mutated beings, so it's a little bit of everything in this.
Some of your mother.
Yep. Sorry, Mom, not you.
No, not Dale's mom.
So they all started on this island in captivity, except for one, apparently. And basically there was, what was his name? Ryujin? I think his name.
Ryujin!
Ricola!
Oh,
Yeah, Ryujin is kind of like this world's Godzilla. He is the alpha male of most of the Daikaiju.
Raiju! Steve!
Steve will be playing the part of Ryujin.
Taking the part of Raiju.
Kind of looks a little bit like him, because it's the dude on the cover there.
Oh, yeah.
So anyway, the monsters are kind of living out their captivity on this island, and he comes up, Ryujin, and summons them with a roar and drives them insane. It's basically he roars and summons all Daikaiju to him, and because he is an alpha, they have no choice really but to respond.
Time to make the donut.
Time to make the donut.
Time to eat for people.
So he kind of goes off into the ocean, and all these Daikaiju started hammering at the fortress walls, which are like big force fields. And they
Worse than Jurassic Park.
Yeah. They essentially shut down. Yeah.
Question: the athletics skill, what should that be under?
Oh, athletics? Did it say?
I thought it was under agility, but it's not shown there on this character sheet.
Oh, this is an old character sheet, so you can just write it in.
Is it under?
It is under agility.
All right.
This is for the Savage Worlds Adventure Edition. I have the Explorers Edition character sheets. So athletics is one they came up with, but it's. So anyway, they broke through the force field and got away from their captors, which is
United Nations Daikaiju Command.
it's the International Daikaiju Sanctuary, and it is led by, who are those people?
They're nice
scientists.
They're nice people.
There's an organization. It's,
New World Order. Illuminati?
Illuminati.
oh, the UN
What a show.
UN Daikaiju Task Force is basically in response.
So the Undaikaiju?
Yeah.
Hello!
Director Emiko Tanaka is the head of this thing, and they've escaped and made their way, and it looks like they were heading towards Tokyo. Imagine that. So, as they get to Tokyo Bay, we're going to pick up there, and basically these creatures have decided to respond to whatever Ryujin wants them to respond to. Obviously, it's a threat. And tonight's game is going to take place in Tokyo Bay, and they're going to be coming up and encountering something important. Now, this game, like I said, we've made human characters and monster characters because most of the action, obviously, is the monsters bashing each other into buildings and stomping on tanks. But there's a lot of the story involved, and the way they wrote it was basically we read it like a movie, but I thought it'd be more fun to actually role play that part out. So I've had these guys make human characters that are somehow involved with the monster they've created, and we can kind of role play out the actual story. So there's like the narrator parts, and then conversations can take place, and these characters can actually chip in.
Bobby's on.
Hey, hi, sweetie.
Hey, Bobby.
Sounds good.
Hi, Bobby.
Good, good.
Austin Marshall says Mike's wearing the right shirt for this.
Oh, yeah. Miyagi. Okay. So if you guys are ready, we can go ahead and start. If you want.
Nah, that's just
Okay. Or we can just talk about monkey suits and urine.
Toughness.
Yeah.
What should that start at?
Oh,
Because I know originally it says it's your vigor die type +2, but didn't the size affect that?
yeah.
Plus armor.
Yeah, it's 2 plus half of your vigor die, plus your armor, plus your size.
And most Daikaiju are size 16 unless you bought an Edric.
Right. So half vigor +2 plus 46.
Makes sense.
big numbers in this game.
Yeah.
Big monster.
Big mobsters.
Okay.
Scale it.
Okay, so we'll start off with the scene, the narrator of your film.
And
Back
today on Daikaiju.
Back at Kaimon Station, Director Tanaka and her crew watch in dismay as radar shows the Daikaiju quickly approaching Tokyo Bay. Director Tanaka says, "What about the Navy? What about city defenses?" There was a soldier. Where are those guys' names? Yeah.
Doug and Bob. Mackenzie's.
General Richter is kind of a no-nonsense kind of army general who kind of takes orders from Tanaka. If she says don't shoot, he won't, but his first response is to knock them out or kill them if they're getting to be a threat. General Richter says they're devastated. Something else is already attacking the city. Gargantuan crab-like biomechs have made landfall in the Kaiju industrial zone.
Oh yeah, that's right. We just saw them when we ended the game last time.
One of the soldiers is like, "We're being invaded?" So for your humans, you guys are here right now. I think you were getting ready to fly out and chase them, being the pilot. I believe you were.
Yeah. Yeah, I was en route to the...
Yeah.
Yeah.
So basically, if anybody wants to chime in, you can.
Dong!
I haven't even gotten that far yet, so.
Oh, that's fine. Well, you're going to show up a little bit later.
Yeah.
Well, Miss Houston, right, rolls a 7 on her Daikaiju.
Okay.
And she's thinking, well, would the Daikaiju see these other creatures as a threat over their territories? So they, domination kind of thing?
Very possible. It's also very possible that Ryujin feels these things are a threat and summon the Daikaiju to help battle them, or
because
to
he's
battle
the
them.
alpha.
Yeah. So apparently this could be a threat to all of them, and that's why he was basically summoned. Yeah. That's very possible as well.
So many notes, so many games.
Hitomi Sato, which is the brother of the late Toshiro Sato, who whose apparent consciousness is embedded in Caretaker 5, one of the big mechs that was designed to guard the Daikaiju. She pretty much agrees and says there must be some giant threat that Ryujin has summoned them for, and this is probably what they're going to be fighting.
Welcome to the live stream, Ben. Yes, we're playing Dawn of the Daikaiju. He just caught up. He's like, oh, we're playing the Daikaiju. I know Canadians are a little slow. It's all right.
Oh. So
Austin says don't use a gong. They'll attract them.
No whammies.
So the scene shifts to the Kaiju Industrial Zone outside of Tokyo. Crab-like biomechs stomp through factories, power plants, and petroleum and steel refineries, smashing everything in their path. Scuttling crab walkers, twice the size of tanks, dig through the rubble, salvaging materials for some unknown but certainly terrible purpose. Suddenly, the roars of the approaching Daikaiju echo across the bay. The biomechs turn to face their foes. In the cockpit of one distinctive lobster-like biomech is Commandant Yalg, the architect of this devastation. He speaks into his tiny microphone, booming his orders to his minions. So as your Daikaiju are kind of like coming up out of the water onto the shore, you can see all this happening, and you hear this mechanized voice, like loudspeakers, start talking. Those of you who are sentient and can understand English, you'll react to this however you want. Those who don't aren't going to understand what is going on, but you'll know it's kind of a threat by the way they move. You hear a voice boom out, "Biomech pilots, prepare to engage hostiles. This planet's true guardians have arrived. Sell your lives dearly for the Con Association and protect the seismic disruptor." The biomechs all clash their claws together and salute. So you see all these mechanical things. It's clang, clang. And then you hear in response through loudspeakers, "Hail Commandant Yog for the Prostomian Con Association."
Easy for him to say.
Yeah. And you hear Yog, "Come, you monsters, come to Commandant Yog and Daikaiju, die." And he starts to step forward. So basically what you see before you are these biomechs. Let's see, does it have the size of these things? Okay, well, they're all size 16. About the same size as you guys, really. Except for the crab walkers are a little bit smaller.
If I only had enough butter.
And lemon.
Basically,
Is there a picture? I thought there was. I thought you had it before. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
Thank you. Bobby has asked Wade and Dennis to say hello to her.
Bobby!
Hi, Bobby.
Hi, Bobby.
Hello, Bobby.
Hello. Greetings. How's it sound, Bobby? Better? I've been messing with the settings.
Fava beans are nice candy.
Yes, I have fava beans in my pants. Enough frosty in this.
Don't worry, Grandpa will get it out.
There we go. Hey, you've been drinking coffee down here.
Somebody kills the back of me.
I like the better when the Joker worked worse. I don't seem to do anything.
That's how I got these scars.
Yikes.
Harvey, could we trust him to do this sort of thing with your grandpa?
Oh no. That's how I went nuts in the kid's face. He had a bad reaction to the herps.
The herps. It's always been
On one side, though.
Okay, I don't know if you'll be able to see this on the phone. I hold that up. Can you see that?
Okay, to that way,
Yeah, we'll wait a little. So.
and then angle. There. That's what we're fighting, giant crab people.
Yep, the Biomex.
Bobby
One-
says, sounds good, and Austin says, Jormonger, which is their dog, is watching you guys and wants to be a kaiju. He's a Great Dane, so he's not
he already
Carl.
is.
He
halfway.
already is. Slobber effect.
So these Biomex. These Biomex are basically crab-like, and they have like these chitinous polymer shells. But you notice, like, a lot of the musculature and tendons underneath look real. Like they're actually biomechanical somehow.
Oh, no.
So are we seeing this as the humans from this thing, or?
Yeah, probably, because you were headed there. Who else would...
All the kaiju, if I understand, were...
No, I mean the humans.
Oh,
Your
yeah.
wolf pilot was headed there. Was anybody
He
going
was-
with him?
Yeah, who was in the helicopter with him?
Okay, so you were going. I would say Hitomi Sato is going because Caretaker 5 went with you guys.
Yeah.
Well, if he's going, I'm going. Now, probably Elizabeth would stay behind. I don't think she'd throw her on a helicopter. What do you think? I mean,
Well, it's up to you. I mean, she could contact from base. Dr. Tanaka is going to stay behind, obviously.
okay.
So it's up to you. If you want your human to go, I mean, you're not. It's not like you're going to jump into the fray.
Well,
Well, knock that guy out.
Well, Anna's going to go because she's like, well, if it's a new Daikaiju, you'll need somebody on the ground. Yeah, I'm sorry, I've lost my voice. Right. Well, if it is a Daikaiju, then I should go with, just identify it live on the ground.
You sound nothing like a Chinese woman.
I'm not Chinese.
Well, that makes sense then.
Yes. Well, my God, man. I try to do Australian, right? But I can't do it. I can't fucking do it. I can't do it. So I'm British, and I'm smoking hot because I've got pretty. I'm that chick from Blade Runner. Can't think of her name.
Oh,
The brunette or the blonde?
The hologram.
oh,
The new one.
Rachel.
Rachel.
Yeah,
Yeah.
got it.
Yep. No, you don't. But anyway, yes, I'm going. And Elizabeth's like, sign language, which I don't.
I thought it was crumbling paper.
I don't.
Yeah. So she's coming too. So she's
Okay.
going to get the thing. No, it's too dangerous. All right, fine.
Death metal
Yeah,
style.
metal ASL.
Death metal.
Death metal sign. Yeah.
Okay.
So yes.
So apparently, all the humans are going with you in your helicopter.
It's a big helicopter, so thank
Good.
goodness.
Good.
It's not a Huey, but it's close.
It's like that little one from.
Because Caretaker's sister has the size of 12 herself.
I got a big booty.
So yeah,
Show me in pajamas and then show me in a bikini. No.
so you guys all pile on the helicopter and are heading there after the Daikaiju. So yeah, it says the Daikaiju come up out of the water. That's what they're seeing, but you guys in the helicopter are also seeing this
Okay.
from farther away, obviously. These biomechs are basically just kind of standing on the shore, but in the industrial zone. To give you an idea of what this map looks like, let's imagine this.
Austin said Mike makes the prettiest woman.
Oh, well, thank you very much. I do shave every other day.
This is the industrial zone, and this is the waterway where you're coming up from the boat. So you guys are approaching from this way, and over here, scattered amongst the rubble, are basically biomechs. And then back over in this area, I think, there are those crab walkers. They're like twice the size of tanks. So the biomechs are actually like bipedal looking
Crab things.
machinery.
Shimmy.
The crab walkers are actually like giant mechanical actual crabs. That are kind of menial labor kind of looking things.
Need a bigger butter.
We gotta get those big crackers, We gotta find out why. All right, now this is what we'll do. We'll find all the Red Lobster businesses in the whole area, and we'll gather up all those crab crackers, and then we'll succeed in saving the Earth from these things.
I'm a bit cracker.
What? Well, yes, you are. You're size 16 yourself.
Sorry.
No wonder this is a big helicopter.
Nobody takes this serious.
Monger, eat daddy. Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay.
The void. That's right, Potter.
That's right, Potter.
Your Daikaiju will not be able to stop me. Your
Sounds like coming out of young.
Look at my grandfather.
It's one of my old cruxes. Dobby loves Harry Potter and also loves Dan Giffits. We've got the Nazis.
I'll give him a sock just to get him to leave me alone.
Dan Gifford.
After giving it sock, that means I get to live with him forever.
Oh, okay, there it is. All right.
Oh, you found my brain.
No, I'm still looking at it.
That's kind of normal.
Which means Dobby can come up and sock it to him.
Oh, that's so nice. Now I know why you wear the hat.
Turban.
It's a turban. Oh, I'm so sorry.
So these crab walkers seem to be behind the biomechs, and it looks as though there's.
So it's the mechs and then the walkers.
Yeah, there are the biomechs, and then there's one that looks almost lobster-like.
That's
That
the
is
walkers.
Commandant Yogg.
Okay.
And then the others are like these crab-like machines. Just they're not biomechs; they're like giant mechanical crabs, and they seem to be crawling over this.
I had
rubble.
those ones. They were terrible.
With butter or in your pants. I'm just not sure.
Both.
Ooh.
50-50 shot, if you guess.
It's a whole new cream sauce experience.
Yes, and available for Red Lobster. Today's episode is best by Red Lobster. No, it's not, but hey.
It's lemon juice and WD-40.
So these crab machines are actually trying to build something back there. It looks like,
Well, I want to know if it has WD-40 lemons.
which you
Make it go
assume,
down easier.
which you assume is the seismic disruptor that he was talking about.
Now, does it look like there's been a crash site, or is there
Or is it a
wreckage?
crab site?
There is a crab site. Crash site. It doesn't. If there is, it doesn't look like it was here.
We need giant crab
So
traps.
these things have come from
Vintage.
somewhere else. They may have crash landed on Earth, but not here. But it looks like they converged here to start doing this.
So they're saying there's something here, and they're starting to dig it out in the city, basically.
No, they're taking the rubble and building something. out of it.
Okay.
And Commandant Yogg was said something about
Snicker bars.
protect the seismic disruptor.
Okay.
So
All right.
apparently they're building something out of the rubble.
I'm sorry. When you heard "build it through rubble," I
Yeah.
thought that's that. Okay. Right. Now I'm up to page. Okay. I clip notes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Clip has nothing to do with this.
Focus.
Impossible.
All right.
It's an Adderall.
Urinal cake.
Okay.
I'd hate to see this group on Adderall. It'd be the most fastest game you've ever seen. No, that's not Adderall, Mike. That's crack.
That's cocaine.
Or maybe meth.
Or meth,
Maybe.
yeah.
No wonder my
Actually,
exception to subject.
it's the one Nazi's concoction where it was meth and cocaine mixed together.
Very lovely.
Oh wow.
Lovely.
That's Mike's typical Friday night.
Yeah. Hail Hydra there, but
Hail Hydra. Okay, so as you guys approach, these things start clapping or clacking their claws.
Thank you for coming. We appreciate you. We love you all. We're leaving now. Goodbye.
Shalom kind of jumps up and whoosh, 10. So, okay, so if you remember right, there were more than one of you.
Oh, we're all just one person.
Yep. I don't know how you're fitting into those pants, but okay.
And this is the head. I'm the torso. Right,
Look at
right.
that. Voltron.
It's a bad Voltron
Mike's the
episode.
legs.
I don't know. It's a leg. Why is the cross?
The cheese, so it can't go anywhere. You know.
And that makes me the testicle.
That's huge. It's got like the blade and
No, he said the testicles, not the.
well,
the other
from
part.
there.
Brad might be the other part.
Oh, well, he's not here. Great.
Right.
You're gonna sound like this.
But if they kick you in the nuts, they're not there.
They're gone.
So Oh, that's what happened to you, huh, buddy?
That's
I'm not buying
I'm
it.
totally making a giant Mickey Mouse kaiju.
All right, come on, good. Oh, Joe, we're gonna go get some crabs.
Oh my!
Sorry, we get graded into nothingness.
Always.
You know, I make you.
Whenever we play this, it's like that. Ghostbusters, and there's monsters. Go at it.
No, actually, I'll have Anna look at those things. Does it look like they're actual Daikaiju themselves, or she does
yeah.
have that biologist and the Daikaiju? I don't know which one I would roll.
Kind of hard in helicopter.
Yeah, it's enough room to roll around.
It just matter how
Which
you
one's
do
higher?
the control.
The Daikaiju.
Okay, use that
Okay.
because it's kind of both, but just use the highest of the two.
I got to roll the extra dice too.
Yeah.
So I got an 8. I got a 1 and an 8.
All right. So here's how rolls work to refresh everybody's memory in Savage World, since we haven't played it for a while. Your target number is always 4,
4. Okay.
and if you get a raise, that's an 8. So 4 higher than a.
Ah, okay.
So your target number, if you make a 4, you made it. If you roll an 8, you got a raise. Theoretically, I guess if you somehow rolled a 12, you get another raise, because these are open ended, same as Deadlands. For player characters or major characters, you are going to roll whatever your D8 or D4 or whatever it is. And then you have a wild die, which is a 6-sider, which is different.
Right.
You roll that with it to give you an extra chance. Extras like stormtroopers or Cobra soldiers or whatever, they just roll the 1 die. They don't get the wild die. Yeah, minions.
Little yellow minions.
Yeah. So basically, if you get the target number 4, you made it. If you got an 8, you get a raise, which could be more information, yada, 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 just like that.
Right.
But it's a lot simpler. If your die you're rolling and your 6-sider, your wild die, come up 1s, both, snake eyes, that's when you go bust.
Okay.
Go bust.
But these do ace, so if you have a D4 and you roll a 4, roll again.
Gotcha. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
Question.
Yes.
Yes, as far as a hindrance for my human,
Okay.
backstory is he's a Yakut hunter who encountered Big Benji in the wilds of Siberia,
Okay.
bonded with him,
Okay.
and now if he has a vow to protect
Hi,
the
Sandy.
Daikaiju, would that be major or minor?
I would consider it more how devoted he is to it. If it's like, I am going to protect him with everything I've got,
Yes.
I would say it's major.
Okay.
I was going to say, I'll protect you, but if I can't do anything, I'll figure out a way. That would be minor. But major hindrance would be like, you have to do it no matter what. If he's if he's going to go down, you're going to jump out of the helicopter and do what you can to help.
Mm-hmm.
Look at deep in the eyes and do it though.
Well, and my thought is,
Nobody kills the bat but me.
since they haven't been introduced yet, he's actually riding him.
Okay,
So he's like,
that sounds good.
yeah.
Yeah, and you are probably approached, I'd say a couple days ago. You noticed Big Benji was acting. Is it Big Benji?
Yeah, we'll go with that.
Okay. He was acting very strange and wanting to move on, and you're human, just kind of like, okay, where are we going?
Yeah.
And eventually, you're kind of like,
Well,
finding out you're headed to this place. Like, well, we're going to Tokyo. Okay.
well, actually, the other part, because he had flying with his ears.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
He was like a big woolly Dumbo.
Yeah.
So, okay. Yeah. So basically, he takes off,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like, where are we going, Big Benji? And you find out. As
Like,
you get
okay, well,
closer-
we're no longer in Siberia.
Yeah, you're heading to Tokyo,
There's the
and
ocean.
as you get closer, you hear a roar, and it's Ryujin, and you can understand that he's reacting to that. And basically, as these guys kind of get into the first round of battle, you are going to swoop in aerial style or land or whatever you want to do. So, all right. So with you are some other Daikaiju. Kintuka was a big ice beast. almost like a living elemental of ice and frost. Oracula was a giant spider with bat wings.
Oh, right.
And that thing was kind of, it was like, even we don't like it.
Right.
It was trying to eat the guards.
Yeah, it was trying to eat the guards. So
Right.
it's a little bit more evil.
Yeah.
Kobar is from Persia. It's kind of like the kaiju from Pacific Rim. His head is like kind of pointed and kind of
Right.
blades up, so it looks like an axe.
Right.
So he headbutts things and splits it in half. So he kind of looks like a Triceratops, but if it was more like a Minotaur looking kind of thing. So, and those were the three that were with you. Along with that, you have Caretaker 5, who is a construct. He does kind of look like Voltron. I mean, he's the giant robot mech, kind of
Right.
like Pacific Rim, but I'm seeing him more like the 80s, Voltron, or even like Appleseed, those kind of
Right.
mechs.
Right. Yeah.
And brief history on him. He was programmed by Toshiro Sato, who knew a lot about Daikaiju, and his sister Hitomi Sato, who was also a Daikaiju specialist and also a neurosurgeon and all that. Well, he contracted some sort of disease, maybe cancer, and he was dying. So between the two of them, they took one of the caretaker units and downloaded his brain algorithms into the machine.
Right.
But there was like a future shock kind of thing, so maybe it was a haywire in the programming, but it's Hitomi Sato's mental capacity, but he's under the influence that he is a Daikaiju. So he actually, like, the caretaker units are like standing sentinel-wise around the island. The Caretaker 5 basically came loose from his moorings and went native. Kind of moved in,
Right.
and just kind of spent time with the Daikaiju because Hitomi could understand them. Or not Hitomi, Toshiro could understand them. So he actually went to live with them
Right.
because he thought, this is where I'm supposed to be, even though I'm a big mech.
Right.
So
right,
he's kind of like, you've got these big caretaker units, but he has like scars and stuff from fighting Daikaiju. And he's got dirt all over him, like caked in. So it's almost like war paint. So like he's gone native. So like when he comes out of the woods, it's like all these bright, shiny caretaker units. And then Caretaker 5 has like tree branches sticking out of him. And like he looks all wild. Like, what the? So Caretaker 5 is with you. And then you guys can kind of refamiliarize.
Was it a big gorilla one too? Or is that the freebie?
Oh, the ice beast is kind of like
Like a nice gorilla.
like a gorilla made out of ice
Right,
and frost.
okay.
Right.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. So you guys can kind of describe your characters if you want, a brief description, so the viewers at home remember who you are.
Dennis, would you like to start?
Sorry, it's an interrupt, Dave. I lost track.
Oh, we're introducing our kaijus.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Okay. Childhood. Basically, a sandworm from Arrakis Doom. He's big. He burrows faster than he can travel on top of land. His main weapon is a area effect sandstorm with rocks that he breathes out. He can do a range attack with his tail. If he's successful, he can grapple and he can bite. Additive if he has the grapple.
Okay.
That's basically
Yeah. Okay.
So my kaiju is Maui Aku. He is a full-size Easter Island person. So the Easter Island head with the Easter Island body and all that came to life. He's the epitome of the hunter spirit from the old Polynesian mythology. And he is actually a god from that. And his human is a bush pilot named Tane, who discovered him and befriended him.
Okay.
Wait.
Well, we'll go ahead with Mike because he hasn't arrived yet.
My guy is Gamma Man.
Gamey Man?
Action figure
Gamey Man?
sold separately.
Research scientist Greg Houston. Basically, this satellite came to Earth, and it was this biotech satellite alien thing, and came to Earth, and they harvested it, brought it back to the laboratory, and were exploring it, and basically there was a Daikaiju that basically kind of killed his parents and hurt his daughter, made her basically mute and more autistic after it attacked the thing. And they were trying to look into this Daikaiju that did this. Well, they brought that meteorites alien satellite in. Well, it immediately started merging with the Daikaiju and trying to get Elizabeth, who kind of activated, which is she has like a mental, her power, she basically has like empath.
Right.
And after the accident, she can kind of zone in. So anyway, her father, Drake, jumped in between, threw her out, it absorbed him. So now this astrophysicist, who's still in there, it's this alien mind, which merged with the Daikaiju. So it's got this organic, kind of that weird Pacific Rim look, but it's like plate armor, like a rhino and all this other stuff. But he's kind of got a head, almost like a wedge, but it has one big, like, cybernetic eye, like a big red eye and a face. Can't speak, but he's sign language. So he's in there, but basically he's kind of like this biomech-looking thing, alien, half Daikaiju, half this rock.
He's the Guyver.
Yeah. Actually, yeah, a Guyver would be actually pretty close. Actually, I'm not even thinking about it, but yeah, kind of a weird Guyverish kind of thing. And
Not MacGyver.
yeah. Oh, no, I was thinking
That's the Irish guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the Irish guy.
He can make anything. It works. So. Yeah, pretty much he merges in that. He's still in there, but he can sign language, but it's kind of like this weird alien intelligence that's kind of running the show. And he also has all these mechanical parts from the lab absorbed. So he's an amalgamation of all kinds of things. But, yeah, he's kind of small, but he's still pretty strong and stout. So, you know. And then they figure out maybe he came to Earth to help protect him because the Daikaiju were coming, so the aliens knew of that. But they could have sent him because of something else that just arrived. Right? We don't know yet.
Right.
So
Now, the British lady is his wife?
and Elizabeth's daughter.
The daughter.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Anna Houston is basically her wife, and she's trying to figure it all out, but get her husband back. But
Okay.
he can.
Oh, Jamie's on. Hi, Jamie.
Hi, Jamie.
Hello.
Jamie. Hi, Jamie.
So, yeah, basically, as you guys kind of come up from the water with your ragtag group of Daikaiju, and these things are standing on the shoreline,
Thank you, Bobby.
What's your name?
I'm commenting to there.
Oh.
She said she loved the Easter Island head.
Yes.
I like Easter Island head, too.
Yep.
So Commandant Y'all basically gave you guys come and die. And he's kind of right out there like, come and get him. Come on.
You're a mongrel, get him.
So
Jamie.
basically, as you guys come up from the water, what do you do?
Okay. Do we need cards?
Yeah, once we start in, we're going to need cards. And I've got my cards at home, so we'll need 2 decks. One for you guys, one for me.
You want black or white? Werewolves or just regular?
Werewolves.
Okay.
You want naked ladies or naked guys?
Naked werewolves?
Naked werewolves.
I've drawn them.
Okay. So,
Yeah, either one. Those are werewolves?
yeah.
Let me see.
Sorry, dude. Day 2, man. Let's sleep. I'll sleep at work tonight.
Yes. Mm-hmm. That's good.
So, for those of you who have played or watched us play Deadlands Classic, and if you've tuned in for the last 2 years, you see us play
Do we already
Deadlands
have
Classic a
one?
lot.
I already have one for this side.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
I took this brand new deck, and I have to.
Ooh. I like that.
It's so shiny.
After playing Deadlands, we're all like card aficionados. Like, look at the deck I have. Deadlands Classic is all 52 card deck. Same
Wait
with
till I run
Deadlands.
my Deadlands game. I got the best cards.
We like it so much. Rippers is a game that's been put out by Savage Worlds, and I converted it to Deadlands Classic. Deadlands Noir was made by Savage Worlds, and I reconverted it to Deadlands Classic, right? Because it's just such a fun game. So. All right. So, here's how it works. Everybody gets a card. One card. Shuffle, shuffling, shuffling, shuffle.
Okay, so do we know what's happening? I mean, we going into rounds?
Yeah,
then?
we're going to go into rounds,
Okay.
and then we'll be able to tell what transpires. I just got to look up one thing because I don't remember.
Whoops. One thing.
What's here? Jokers.
You harump out him.
I ain't gonna hurry out of that guy.
You watch your ass.
Something's going on in TikTok and I can't see what it is.
Keep riding.
We are currently live on TikTok and Facebook, so check that out. Don't forget to jump over to our YouTube and subscribe and follow us there so we can get to at least 50. So we can give away Steve's dice. If we get to 100, we might do the one chip challenge. We haven't decided yet.
So, what is the wood chip challenge?
It's a chip that has all kinds of nasty hot shit all over it, and you got to eat it in one bite and swallow it. That's the challenge.
Okay.
Of course, the second challenge I'll talk about is your bowel movement the next day.
Yeah. And it's like all kinds of crazy
Yeah, it's got every kind of pepper I think on the planet.
ghost peppers and
Carolina Reaper, which is the worst. Wait till they legally come out with the Dragon's Breath pepper, which they are on the verge of, and then Pepper X. Pepper X currently is the highest. It's like in the 5 million Scoville
Okay. See
ish.
that there's a reason that the CDC shouldn't make certain things, and they shouldn't make certain things out of pepper. This is the point. Like, why are you doing it? You're just gonna kill people.
let's make it hot enough to where you can't taste whatever you put it in.
Yeah, let's go get a bucket of lava.
Let's make it hot
down our
enough.
throat.
Let's make it hot enough where you think you have COVID.
Crazy.
Or something you wish you did.
Yeah.
Okay. So once you guys have your cards, let me know.
Who's, okay.
You got the cards.
All right.
Take one card and
gets
hand
one.
it. And hand
Everyone
it
gets one.
Here is one card.
You get a card.
Yeah, you'll get one because you're probably going to come in. At the end of the round, obviously.
Okay.
That's actually perfect, though.
Yeah.
Okay, so everybody got a card?
Yep.
All right. So this is going to work just like Deadlands for the most part, except for one small change. So we're going to count down from aces to twos. The change is jokers. Does anybody have a joker?
In my pants.
That's good. Keep it there. I have a joker. Jokers are not red and black anymore. So when a player draws a joker, the character can go whenever he wants in the round, even interrupting another character's action if he wants. In addition, add +2 to all trait tests this round and +2 to damage rolls as well.
Holy smokes!
So jokers
And the
are
bad
like-
guy's got a joker?
Yeah.
Great.
Yay.
So much for our
But
heaviest hit.
it might not be so bad for you guys.
Right.
All right. So, aces. All right. Shailu, what are you doing?
Seeing the first one that he sees, he's going to do his sandstorm attack.
Okay. And what I want to point out is these cards, if you want, are used for your humans as well. So if your human's going to do an action,
they go at the same
do it at the same time. Because it's kind of like Savage Worlds is made to have teams.
Right.
So you can be in control of your character and like 6 soldiers, and you'll all go on the same action card. Same kind of thing. So we're going to kind of incorporate that because we never really got to.
Okay, dog.
Unless I run G.I. Joe again. We gotta do that.
Game feels.
Yeah. I still have all my characters. I even made more.
Oh god.
That's awesome.
So we did a Savage Worlds campaign based on the G.I. Joe cartoon, obviously. And what you guys would do is make new recruits. And I went through and made, like, in Savage Worlds, legendary characters like Duke and Snake Eyes, so you'd have people you could talk to.
Mm-hmm.
So we had our characters, and some of them were just freaking awesome. They were so cool.
Yep.
So,
It was fun.
I would like to do it. Being a G.I. Joe fanatic.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Add it to the pile.
Yeah.
So, how are you equating the ranges if we're at the waterfront?
Oh, the range.
And then they're in this
Kaiju scale.
Yeah. So 12, 24, and 48.
You're within 12 kaiju scale.
Okay.
You're close enough to where you can get.
All right.
Actually, it'd probably be 24, like the medium.
Okay.
Right now.
All right.
Till you get up on the shore.
All right. What would the effects of the range onto the damage be? And my normal damage is 4d10.
40-10. Yeah. It doesn't really have any effect on damage per se, but like your target number to roll at short range is 4. Shots at medium range subtract 2 from the shoot roll. Shots at long range subtract 4 from your shoot roll. So your target number is 4, but whatever you roll, subtract 2. And don't forget, you take your highest die, whether it's the wild die or your other die.
Wild die rolls everything, right? Or just
Yeah, you always roll it except for damage.
Now, one of the die is the wild die, or the wild die in addition to the
What's your attack or whatever?
d10.
Okay, so take a d10,
Yeah.
just one,
Oh, okay.
and then your wild die.
Oh,
That's what you roll.
And take the highest number.
Take the highest number of either die.
oh this is for the actual attack.
Yes.
Okay. 7.
Okay, so you hit because you take 2 away, so that makes it 5. You still beat the target number of 4.
Okay.
So you actually hit.
Okay.
Okay.
Then I do the damage.
Damage.
Okay.
so whatever you're fighting is what you're. It's like a D8 and fighting. It's a D8 plus a D6.
Yeah, and the d6 has to be a wild die because that way, if you roll a d6 and a d6, you can tell which one's which.
Right, right.
So now, it's one of the damage die of the wild die?
No, damage is
Whatever.
whatever the damage is, and you don't add a wild die to damage.
Now this cumulative?
Yes, this all adds together just like that.
16. 16.
Okay, and were you just aiming at one of the nearest biomechs?
The nearest whatever.
Okay.
So basically, Shadowloot is going to be attacking whatever's the closest enemy unless he eventually figures that one is more of a threat.
Well, you hit one, you damage it, kind of like right around in the shoulder area, but it doesn't do anything. But you do see it dented, whatever kind of armor it has, but it's still up. It didn't really slow down or anything like that. So you did do damage, but you didn't like knock it out like that. So these things seem to be somewhat armored. Okay, so that was aces, kings, queens, jacks, tens.
A little closer to see.
Can you hear me better? Is this better?
Just go ahead.
Oh, okay. All right. So, what do you do?
Well, Maui is going to, or Moai, excuse me, is going, Maui Wowie is going to go into hunter mode, so he's going to start stalking around to try to get to the behind the leader.
Okay. All right. So you just want to kind of use stealth?
Yeah.
Do you have stealth as a skill?
I have. I don't believe so. Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Okay. Go roll your stealth. And this will actually be an opposed roll.
Ooh, pop. Be 12. 11, excuse me, not 12.
Okay.
How bad?
All right. So you kind of crouch low, kind of under the water,
Yep.
start sneaking around. These biomechs and Commandant Y'all don't seem to notice yet. They've got other things to worry about.
Right.
But yeah, you start sneaking around. Doesn't look like anybody's taking an aim at you or anything. So, all right.
Right.
Um,
And Payne would know what he's up to. Oh, he's
Yeah.
on hunting mode.
somebody going hunting. Yep. Okay, so that was tens. Oh, sorry, tens.
Oh, okay.
Let's see.
You're good, Dennis.
Let's see. All right, so 1, 2. Okay, so shit.
Done in time.
Okay.
Sweet.
One of those biomechs, actually, you see one of those big shoulder-mounted cannons, just kind of, and Tobar, the big axe-headed thing, is coming up right out of the water, and it shoots him, and basically hits him right in the face. He does that. It's weird. It's like a plasma blast, but it kind of,
Right?
and as he kind of blinks and snorts, he seems fine, and he's just like, and you see the biomech's like, and takes a step back. So, okay, that was tens, nines.
Nice.
Okay,
9! 9!
Okay.
right?
All right. Okay. Yeah, everybody's gonna stop. And there's how many mechs? How many of the mechs?
There's probably 6 of them. And then plus Yalg. So there's Yalg and then 6 mechs, and there's about 6 crab walkers.
Okay. All right. Does the crab workers? I mean, he's sentient. Does he tell that they're building something? I mean,
Looks like they're building something.
okay.
And the biomechs are kind of between you and them. Like they all kind of, when he said that, they moved to kind of block you from getting to him.
Even through a ranged attack?
Ranged attacks, you can try and hit them. But
Okay.
as far as charging them, you're not gonna. You
Right.
got to get through them first.
Okay. Well, Gamma Man's going to stout down and basically charge up and fire his face.
Fire his face.
You're fired! You're fired!
That's what I call red eye.
Oh,
Now it's 48.
worst pink eye ever.
Ooh, is that the damage?
No, 12, 24, 48 is within range.
Yeah.
You're gonna run up there out of the water, so you'll be at short range. So it's target number 4.
Well, even I have to get out of the water to do it.
Well, if you charge up to them, you're kind of like hip deep in water. Think of it
Right.
that way.
Okay.
If you run up there, so you're out of the water, you're close enough kaiju scale that it's target number 4. See, when Shailude shot the breath, he was still out in the water, so it's farther away.
And what's the target number there?
That was a target. Well, it's -2 for the shoot roll.
Oh, okay.
So
I need
everything's
six.
4. It's just
So I need
it's just
six.
adjustments, either a plus or minus. Basically.
So what would that? Would you be like fighting to hit with that?
It'd probably be, do you have shooting?
I have fighting.
Yeah, flirting.
Okay. I would use, since you're firing your face, I would allow fighting.
Okay, if I need to buy shooting, I could change it around if you.
No, because shooting is more,
Okay.
hand-eye coordination. This is eye-eye coordination.
Face coordination.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm going to be where I'm at, and then just
Not charge up.
yeah.
Okay, so roll, and then target number is still 4, just take 2 off of your highest roll. I call that the ex-wife.
That's like a seagull.
Yeah. There's like a mouse. As you shoot, there's a mouse that jumps off one of the mechs and lands on the ground. Like, oh, I got a cramp in my foot, you ass. That's all it did. Okay, so you go up. Ah! Oh, I got something in my eye.
Now I can't see.
Seawater. Oh God, salt water. It's so terrible.
Okay, so that was 9s, 8s. Okay. Discard pile over here. Let's see. Yeah, it is. Okay. Commandant Yalg, that big lobster mech, kind of, when you shoot past him, you see him kind of move the mech,
Yeah.
and just kind of one of his shoulder cannons come down. It looks like it's about 4 calibers bigger
Oh.
than the biomechs,
Oh.
aiming at you.
Oh.
So
But I missed. You could miss too.
he might.
This could ruin your publicity
Yeah.
and your face.
That was a warning shot across the bow.
Kids at home with their Gamma Man action figure. Oh man, crap! There, now he's out.
No,
there.
this thing sucks.
He's battle damaged. Gamma Man. I don't know. Sucking face hole Gamma Man.
That's it.
There it is.
Did you say sucky face hole?
Suck your face hole. Yeah.
Sticky on your face hole.
I'm gonna do you too.
Oh my god.
Uh-oh. What happened?
Oh,
I did.
Double one.
Oh.
Oh, failure.
Man. Yeah.
So basically, it's like you're like, ugh, oh. Probably actually like click, and you see smoke curl up, and you can hear over that booming microphone some sort of language, and
I go.
you're like, I don't think he's happy. Yeah.
Kids are at home listening to this.
All these alien children are like,
They're like, Gamma Man. Roger Reed sent the whole crate up there.
Okay. So that was 9s or 8s, 7, 6, 5.
No, just counting down for you.
Okay. 4s. Let's see.
That's overrated. Bobby said, "You're fired."
They're fired.
She said, "Sucking face hole." Ben says, "Performance issues happens one in every 10."
But how big are their blue pills?
Yeah, they're blue pills.
Where do we have to put them?
Right, in suppositories.
Ben is never going to be hired in the Dutch. Well, I recommend we nope.
No.
And he's inserting it there. Somebody.
Can you tell your kaiju to bend over, please?
You guys aren't very good at this. So the crab walkers actually start to maneuver this big piece up to attach, and one of them drops it and
shit.
clumps down. You see one of the other crab walkers like punch it with its little like claw, just knocks it over to the side, and it's on its back like scrabbling to get up. And the other two others go like grab it. They are almost like, "You son of a bitch, come on!" So they trying to repair or build whatever it is and didn't do very well. So caretaker 5 comes up, basically reaches behind his back. No, he probably do this. Puts his arm out, and you see it transform like into a gun barrel, and it kind of shoots like a plasma beam and takes out a smokestack just about 3 feet. He punches a hole in the smokestack, and the whole thing just a big cloud of dust. And you can see him just kind of hang his head. We'll top him on the shoulder, and it's like my smoking face. I'm like,
It happens around there.
3s, 2s. Enter
Just save the day.
So basically, as you guys are like, we're not kind of like, we're not doing jack crap.
We don't
Tomar got hit in the face and they didn't even do anything. We're awesome. What?
Running out of variations, and I want to be there when it happens.
It's actually a coot name.
Well, there you go. So, Manchari is like,
We seem to have lost sound.
I don't know how he probably realizes they're stacking something up
just
or
crashed.
making something.
Yeah.
But you see the biomechs, and then out in the middle is the lobster-looking biomech, and then beyond that are a bunch of creatures. And there is a helicopter kind of off a little ways, like out of range, but it's kind of flying around behind these Daikaiju, just kind of watching. So as you guys swoop in, you see like the biomechs all kind of turn, and the lobster one kind of like looks up. The crab walkers don't really, they might stop for a second. You see them maybe stop, but then they keep going back to what they're doing.
All right.
And
So as far as what you see is a giant mammoth, a woolly mammoth with 3 trunks and huge ears flying.
Dumbo from hell! Ah!
And
Jurassic Dumbo.
Jurassic Dumbo.
and sitting behind the head is a Yakut tribesman carrying a hunting rifle.
So there's this little, it looks like he has dandruff.
Right, like there's a net on top of his head. Yeah. Oh my god, your lights are armed!
So as you swoop in, do you have a chance to act or whatever you want to do?
Well,
It's- oh,
with the cone attack, since it's a cone template, how am I close enough? Is the range close enough to actually get that attack to?
The crab walkers you could reach.
Yeah,
You might not get them all, but
if I can get a couple of
yeah,
them,
you'll get at least 2, maybe 3.
yeah.
I'd say you'll probably get 2 crab walkers if you roll really well. Get
Yeah.
a razor 2, you might get a 3rd one.
Okay. All right. So that you said fighting for that.
Yeah.
Five.
Okay. So you hit. So go ahead and roll your damage. You didn't get a raise or anything, but
All right. I need to.
your character died, sorry.
Woolly Mammoth is going to cone attack. Probably with, is this the sonic attack?
Yeah, he basically roars, and it's just a.
Sounds like a train horn.
It does. On bath salts.
Bath salts. I'm gonna eat your face.
What's that?
29 points, and it's AP 8.
Okay, all right. Yeah. 29 points. Piercing.
Spent the points to make it damaging at 5d10.
Nice.
Oh, yeah, okay. All right. One of the crab walkers basically just kind of, it turns, so you see like what would be a face. Like it's got the little headlights and the little mandibles that look like they're handling fine-tuning stuff. And it just kind of, and basically the face caves in and you see sparks and smoke and everything kind of fly out of it, and it just kind of stops exactly frozen and just tips over. Another one you actually hit and you knock 2 of the legs off, so it kind of like stumbles and falls over, and it's kind of like getting up, but it's lopsided, and you see sparking. Like, these don't look exactly biomech. They're more like mechanical
Like
machines.
mech. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bark, bark.
But yeah, you take one of them out, and the other one you've damaged it pretty well. So, but yeah, he. Yeah. That's the noise it makes.
Nice you are going.
It actually sounds like freaking semi-horn mixed with a tornado drill.
Oh,
So actually, your helicopter, you kind of like fighting the joystick, and the whole thing covers. And you're like,
oh, what the fuck is that? He says in Polynesian.
yeah.
Your thing goes.
Manjari is going to take a shot.
Okay.
at one of the crabs.
I can tell you right now.
Yeah. Okay.
You have a toughness of 20 unless you have a giant pistol.
Well, it's a hunting rifle,
Yeah. So
but
I'll let you roll in case you crazy get raises, but
so that would be a 13 for the shooting roll.
okay. Go ahead and roll your damage.
Location, yes or no?
They don't really have location.
Okay.
The thing is, if you could, since you got 2 raises, you might hit a vital part of something.
Chris Farnstrom says, interesting fact, the sound of Godzilla's roar would be capable of killing anyone within 3-mile radius around him due to its decibel.
Wow. Actually, that's very true. Yeah.
Or,
Yeah.
my God.
10
Okay.
damage. So. It is AP2, but
The one that like lost its 2 legs as it stumbled, you go, pow, and you see one of the headlights just poosh, and go out. So you didn't put one of the lights out, but it's like, whoa, that was a good shot. Damn good shot.
He does have steady hands too, so he's
Okay.
You have to on
You
that.
do best for cleaning up your
Yeah.
outside,
Flying a giant mastodon, you gotta have some steady hands to pull off a shot.
putting into the blue pills.
Yeah.
yeah, he took that edge specifically.
I gotta
Not
hold
into
on.
it. It's got steady hands.
I'm going to weave my yak hair coat into his hair. That would be.
That's how I'm holding
I'm
on.
braced. Okay. So that was the first round.
Yeah.
So next
Yeah.
round. New
Cards.
Shuffle up a deal, sir.
Dennis.
Dennis, need some cards, buddy.
I do have a question though.
Yeah.
I do have
Is it every round you reshuffle?
a starting edge
Right.
increased
Only if there's a
damage.
Joker.
Hold on.
I do have a starting edge of an increased damage 3d12 plus 16.
Okay.
So is that added to the other
No,
regular damage,
That's,
or was that?
that's the trait of the Daikaiju. That's their normal attack when they swing or just make an
That would
attack.
be the damage for like hitting with your tail.
So physical.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, the,
Here we go. You,
They're shuffled.
okay.
Do you only reshuffle Jokers, or is every round you reshuffle?
Check.
otherwise we'd have to put those back in too.
Bobby says we've been fun.
Oh, good.
Yay.
Sounded good, Boo?
I like a good boo.
Boo! 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 Boo!
Hey, boo boo.
Rangers not gonna like this, Yogi. Oh, fuck the Ranger, Boo!
Fuck the ranger, boo boo. Let's take the picnic basket, you little shit.
All right, I don't like this life of crime you're starting me on.
We're gonna fuck your mom later.
Shuffle the deck after any round, and the Joker was down.
Shuffle it down.
Okay. So
We are 18 plus.
there was.
Just like Deadlands, you just keep going until the Joker comes out.
Okay, but we didn't have a Joker, right?
No,
No.
Okay. All right.
We'll start again. 4.
It's times like these you learn to live again.
6.
Live again. You ever lived in the first place?
No.
Is that a Foo Fighter reference?
Yes, thank you.
They're so slick.
Yes, we are not uncultured swine. You know who the Foo Fighters are.
Yeah.
We're not that old for
And
We're just cultured to
and
swine.
we can appreciate
Scared swine.
we can
Yeah.
appreciate the
Salted.
pearls.
Yeah. Properly
Salted.
salted.
We
Not cured yet.
Don't just jam them.
I like salt pork.
So I was noticing the levels were starting a little echo, and they say over time it will start compounding. So then I turned them all off, and when I did that, voice meter crashed. So I just rebooted it.
gotcha.
But now they're all back to normal levels. So
Cool.
it might be something. After a while, things start getting out of sync.
Google went crazy on my phone. My Google Assistant.
Oh, talking about suppositories again.
Bobby said, "Little weirdness. Looks like Dale is talking to himself in the back of his head, but the sound has been great."
Oh, with the way the
Oh, well, they do. The way
the
the camera
camera
is.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm talking to myself in the back.
Inside Dale's head.
I'm the
Go
new
there.
defense of the dark arts teacher. Think of in
Hello,
the back of my head.
students. Today we're learning how to clean your paint.
Yeah,
Or smooth.
Harry Potter. Harry Potter.
Harry Potter.
Yes. So, someone famous is used as a Daikaiju.
I'm gonna make a giant wizard.
Yeah.
Dumbledore.
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 Just be dumb for short. Okay. Aces. All right.
Boo.
Coming down, y'all.
Bye.
Ben, quick, punch Dale.
Let's see. Actually, Ben, if you have dice ready, make this roll for me, so I'm not to blame if somebody dies.
You bastard.
Let's see. I need you to roll a D10,
D100.
a D10, and a D6, and take the highest one of either one. And if you roll the max, like a D10, a 10 on the 10, or a 6 on the 6, roll it again and add it on.
Did we get all that?
Easy like couches.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Easy like a Sunday morning. Oh.
Only Tuesday.
Feel free to pound your head against the wall after a couple minutes.
Dun, dun, dun,
Dun, dun, dun, dun, dun. What's the role that
Well, we have to wait for
will
the
have?
feed to catch up because the feed's delayed.
Yep.
Yeah. No pressure.
No pressure.
And Anastasia, in response to Bobby, said they had been in rare form tonight, and they are on a roll.
A D20.
Ben says 5 on a D6 and 7 on a D10.
Okay, thank you. So he hits. Do me a favor and roll 5d10 and add them together.
That's too many numbers.
Aren't you glad you rolled snake eyes?
Yes.
when he was targeting you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, how far did
Who
he throw
is
them?
he targeting?
I mean, does he still have all his weapons?
Yeah, it was the shoulder cannon just short.
No, when he threw Snake Eyes, did he survive or?
You put him in.
Oh, okay.
Bobby said, "My boys, now I can maybe start my couple of games soon. Nobody wants my voice to reverb. Haha." So we're waiting on another roll.
Yes, 5d10 from Ben.
Hurry up, Ben. Jeez.
It's gonna get all the way to Canada.
It's a long way to go.
Yeah, that's a long. Yeah.
The border crossing slows it down.
Well, with the COVID thing, you can't get across.
Yeah.
So the roll has to be double vaccine.
They have to do the goose check.
Oh,
So 25. Roll 6, 2, 6, 4, and 7.
25. Okay. All right. Let's find out.
One,
Ben is our
three,
official,
three.
what is he? The Raconteur Society friend
yep.
who is in Canada and has yet to send us any good pastries. But we're not judging.
Judging, just
a little
demanding.
judgy.
Sounds a little judgy.
A little judgy.
No, we appreciate you, Ben. Thank you.
Yes. Always.
Or did he fire at the helicopter?
Okay.
That'd be hilarious.
Yeah.
You see the other shoulder cannon come down, and he takes a shot at Kentuka, the big ice gorilla, and shoots him in the shoulder. And basically, you see a huge chunk of ice blast off of his shoulder, and he like screams and falls back into the water. And it takes him a minute before he even rolls over,
Oh, God.
and he just kind of slumps down. It doesn't. You don't know if he's dead, but it took a chunk out.
Oh, my.
His weapon is armor piercing 30,
Oh,
so it ignores 30 points of armor. And
Right.
Kentuka has an armor of 30.
oh no.
25 points went to him. His
Yikes.
Ben says his dice are vaccinated
Yeah.
with a nat 20.
Yeah, I guess. So, yeah, you see Kentuka take a hit to the shoulder, and he
Okay,
goes
Ben, I'm going to tell you right now, to stay on our good side, stop killing the PCs.
Yeah, he was an NPC.
He's an NPC.
Well, he's technically on our side, though. Stop killing our help.
Yeah, he's
He's being honest. Canadians, they're honest.
kings. Yeah. The Biomechs are going to take shots at pretty much everybody.
What? I don't have a pot.
They can't see me. I'm John Cena.
John No Cena.
John, no
See me.
No, you're more of a dog bounty hunter kind of over there.
Get out of back.
You go to the water with your water.
Big mullet and some Native American chains on. And
Don't forget your sunglasses.
Yep. You just mazed the piss out of everybody.
It's just a giant dog that bounty hunter and somebody macing. Who just kind of stuck in my head.
I'm sorry.
please think of something else.
Ryan. Okay, so dog gets maced.
What? What did I do? I missed. This is the guy who killed everybody. He was shot out of hell like the little guy.
Okay. Everybody's going to take a hit except for Shiloh. He's a Snake Eyes to hit him.
Yay.
Oh no!
He's like, Shiloh's like, like, don't shoot the worm. That's just
Ew.
That's just
You drink the worm.
Worms to protect himself.
The worst of getting shot in the worm.
So did they actually see him stealthing?
Oh yeah, I forgot you were stealthing. So let me see.
Sneak. He wasn't actually turned into dog getting out of the water. That was a metaphor.
Do I need to roll another sneak check?
Sneak.
We do. We'll make an oppose because it is a new round. So we'll
Stealth check, I mean.
Sneak.
Slam! Split. Where'd it go? I'd taken that. It flew out of my hand. Three. So no, it was
That was on Bob, wasn't it?
it was 8.
Okay. There you go.
No.
Well, basically, yeah, you're still stealthing, so you don't get shot. All right. So us. Let's see.
My Rob's like Sasquatch, you know? When you want to see him, gone!
Who made that comment?
This is Chris Armstrong. Chris has larped with me, you know. It's like
Yeah.
I can disappear when I want to. Which is funny because it's so a guy disappearing here. Everybody's like, what the fuck? How did you do that?
He's part Sasquatch.
I was terrible in Dallas when he was playing
Okay,
here.
what is your armor rating?
All right, so my armor +4. So where is this on another area? Okay, armor 34.
34.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you're gonna take 6 points of damage.
All right, so where would that? I have toughness.
Yeah, take it off your toughness. And
So how does that work on that armor? So you just
they have the armor piercing
yeah.
is 24. So
Right.
it ignores 24 points of damage,
Mm-hmm.
and then whatever's left, you take.
Okay.
So it got through your armor. Basically.
So basically, I only have 10 armor. Basically, you're saying so it's 24. Armor.
Yeah, but it's easier to just
Yeah.
take.
No, I just figured out how it works. Yeah.
Yeah, and then so there were 6 points left, so that goes to you.
Oh.
You take it off your toughness. So, it's not a wound technically because it's your size is what 16 or yours is
14.
14. If they were to do 14 points of damage past your armor, that's a wound, and then you'd be shaken.
Oh,
That's what
okay.
happened to Kentucky. He took so much
He took a wound.
that he actually took a wound.
Now, toughness is like your wind, then basically. Is that kind of what?
It's sort of the way I'm treating it is kind of like it's your hit points. Think
Okay.
about it.
Okay.
So,
And then the wounds, you're shaken or unshaken or unconscious. You get
yeah,
two
you're shaking. You're
Oh, bennies. We forgot.
What's that? Me or somebody else?
bennies. So
We all get 3?
yeah,
Oh, it was
I
me.
got bennies. Okay. Fade.
Bobby said swam. I don't know if he said that. But swam. What number are we on? 6? 5?
No, still resolving.
Okay. Wade, what's your armor?
30.
30. Okay, so you're going to take 7 points.
Bobby said pennies.
Bennies. They're not from Canada.
So So 7 points, size 16.
It's not even a wound, basically. It's
But you just take off your toughness.
yeah,
So
yeah.
7 points off toughness.
And basically, when you get to 0 toughness, it's like, ugh. But if they can, they're basically whittling you down.
Right,
Is the way I see it. But if you take your toughness, your size 16, or yours is bigger.
16.
So if you had taken 16 points, that's a wound. It still comes off your toughness, but that's an actual like, oh god, that hurt.
Right.
Thing. So here's stuff where you pass these down or whatever.
Oh, yeah, we got the little guys.
The low life.
Yeah.
Low light pennies.
That's awesome.
Well, Crazy Bones, but they work for Daikaiju as well.
This is for me?
I have 3.
Oh.
There's 3 for you.
See, real scale type of it.
This one's gonna be-
But does he have nards?
Oh, that was a good one.
Okay, so pennies. That's what you get. That's what you get. Okay, so let's see. Next person.
I think we were what, kings? Were we at kings?
Well, they're still.
Oh, they're still doing that. Okay. I'll be right back.
Yeah, I'm glad we're playing this again.
Yeah, it's fine.
Don't forget to go to our YouTube channel.
Subscribe or don't.
Or do. Just shut up.
Don't listen to me. The brain pan isn't working as hard as it should.
Bye, Anastasia.
She leaving us?
Yeah, she's going to bed.
Goodbye. Thank you for stopping and seeing us.
Oh, yeah, I found his killer.
Yeah.
You killed his Benny. You
That's right.
bastard.
Again, don't forget to go to our link tree. If you are live on Facebook, you've seen the links popping up in the chat. Check out everything we have on there. There's links to our YouTube, links to our coffee, links to our links to personal pages that everybody have on there, and links to Mike's underwear drawer.
Okay.
The live feed.
Yep.
Okay. So caretaker takes a shot.
Oh, it's not Anastasia. I'm sorry. It's Bobby going to bed.
Oh,
Good night, Bobby.
Good night, Bobby.
Good night, Bobby.
Good
Bye, boo.
night, sweetie.
Good night, love. Wait. Oh shit.
Thank you. Oh, they're talking to me.
Wait, you married her too? Oh,
Oh, I was married to you. I thought.
I thought. Wait,
Oh, I'm so
well, who married Mike?
Nobody. Well, no, Melcy did.
Must have been Brad.
Now, he's not here to defend himself. So, yes, you married me.
been married Brad.
You married the robot's testicles?
Wouldn't you?
That's a hot catch.
Not something.
Hot something. That's got mechanical crabs.
So, caretaker takes a shot in the leg near his knee joint, and it kind of sparks.
Joints? You sparking joints?
I love you. Woohoo! Oracula actually manages to fold its bat wings around itself. It's actually crawled up on like the side of the bay, like the wall.
Mm-hmm.
It's just kind of crouched there, and it like puts its bat wings around it, and actually managed to soak most of it.
Oh.
And then the other tow bar gets shot in the head again, and he just kind of like lowers his head. He staggers back a couple steps, and he's got like a little smoking dent right here, and he's just kind of like. So he took some damage. He took like 6 points, but he's like, "I'll just bam!
Oh.
I'm okay." He's like Ram Man.
Just thinking Ram Man. I can do it again,
I
He-Man.
didn't take a wound, but I took damage, so I need to make a.
Never mind, it is Anastasia, not Bobby.
No, it's
I'm so confused with the chat here. I'm sorry.
Okay.
since it's half your size.
You'd have to do
if
over
your
your
size is
14.
16. You
It
took
make because I mean it does say specifically for berserkers take a wound, so that's why I was like, since I didn't actually get a wound.
Yeah, berserk is more like when somebody actually hurts you. Is when you're
Yeah.
like, oh, that's it.
Mhm.
So no, this is
Okay.
more like, oh,
I was just
yeah,
wanting
yeah,
to check on that.
yeah. It's like Windbar going to 0 wounds.
Wrong. Now
Oh,
it's wrong. Yep, this is it. Yep, all right, you're starting to
That
problem
was
now.
aces and kings, queens.
What did Dennis have there?
He's got a jack.
Okay, Jack. Well, we'll see what he wants to do, but let's keep going. Tens.
I'm down to 6, so
Okay. 4. What do you have, Ron?
4.
Okay. Well,
Let's all go to the Floppy.
Well, I can resolve.
Let's all go to the
I can resolve these guys, the crab walkers. So
and wait for Dennis to come.
There's a bunch of people think.
there it is.
I don't think you read the boy now.
Okay, all right. The crab walkers having success. You're like, look, we're getting this built. It looks awesome. You put a bolt in, Bob. Good job.
Congratulations, Bob. Sounds like something a Bob would do.
So they're slowly attaching stuff. You see the manual out. One's got a book. One of them turns a screw and the antenna goes, zzz, and they all with their claws. Yeah.
Union break.
Yeah.
Smoke break.
Good job, guys.
Okay. Dennis.
Yes.
What do you do?
As to where are we at?
It's your turn.
Okay, Jax. Okay.
The biomix just shot at everybody.
Anastasia's too drunk on wine and can't figure out what the hell we're doing anymore.
No, actually, you're about right there.
That's probably the best way to enjoy this.
We're not drunk and we don't know what we're doing.
Roll notice to see them actually working on this thing.
You would have seen it when you came up, so you would have
Okay.
been able to tell what they were doing, but these guys are in the way, so.
Okay.
Bunch of damn
You got always throw under.
But they're kind of above a bit because they're on top of this rubble thing they've been doing, or
Sort of, they're shorter, like if I was a biomech, the crab walker would kind of come up to about the bottom of my rib cage.
okay.
But they are a little taller. Some of them are higher because it's a mound of rubble.
Okay.
So you could see them, but you'd still, to physically attack them, you'd have to get through the biomix to get there. A ranged attack might do something, but
If you hit.
it's pretty far, kind of far away. So
All right. Can I burrow under and attack the thing from beneath?
yes, you can.
Okay.
Okay.
And your powers come into play.
When in doubt, whip your worm out and shove it in the sand.
That's right. That's right.
That's a Daikaiju sort of thing.
Yes.
So as I
did that
come
before.
up, would my emergence do anything to their rubble construct?
That's what your fighting roll is for.
Okay.
Burrowing is just tremor style. You just go
travel.
down and
Okay. So
How far can he?
I,
last I checked, you can go like, I don't know, the state of Utah.
Oh
my gosh, that's awesome. He's like,
12.
yeah,
Awesome.
he's super fast. This, like,
Yeah, I'm faster underground than I am
Oh, did you
on top of
no, you
ground.
didn't take the flying?
No, I took flying,
but not
just a
the-
regular
Yeah,
pace.
Supersonic.
boosted his. He's like tremors.
Yeah.
So
So
you'll basically go down, get up. So roll your.
fighting. Okay, right. That's strength.
It's not even.
I know.
Spank yourself.
That would be. That's sixes.
That was like our first round here.
What are you? What are you doing?
Hit him again. He's now a politician.
Did anybody
No,
hear that weird sound when I hit the microphone? What did it sound like?
Like a wet spaghetti face. Not that I do that on occasion, but
Ooh, pop.
everyone's got a hobby.
Wait, these are yours. Mine are right there.
11.
11. Awesome. Okay, what is your damage? This is your natural damage.
So that's the strength plus 2d12.
Strength plus 2d12.
Plus 20. Or AP 12.
Or whatever it was you had. Did you have increased damage or something?
Well, I did. I did hit increased damage.
So that's it.
So using the increased damage all by itself as opposed to being added to the normal strength? Or
It should be that
Well-
plus the normal strength, I believe. Because wasn't it the increased damage is actually.
so my regular strength is 12. It is a die 12 plus 16.
Yes. Roll
And
that.
then increased damage is 3 die 12 plus 16. So it's the total. Yeah, I had an edge.
Yeah.
So a total of the 3 die 12 plus 16.
Well,
Well,
the strength
Yeah,
is d12 plus 16.
yeah.
And then your increased damage, you said, was 3d12 plus 16?
Yeah.
All right, so you'll be rolling a total of 4d12 and adding 32.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Holy poop sickles.
Yeah. That's why buying that increased damage if you have like bonuses is like, Jesus Christ. I mean, this is
That's like with the ranged attack.
Mm-hmm.
I bought the bumped up damage for 5d10.
Mm-hmm. Yep. See, that's what Commandant Yogg is firing.
Mm-hmm.
He's at 5d10 is his damage, and his armor piercing, I think, is
So,
40.
and this is all
It's
added,
like, yeah, he's cutting through it, but the
and this is
regular
all
battle
added
armor
together.
piercing 24, 40, 10 damage.
Yes.
So, okay, what do we got? What is that number?
So that means you slam your worm into a construct.
I think it would hurt. But
This is what happens when you stick your worm in a blender. Yeah. And the blender is made by like GPX, the brand name.
Cheap brand name. Everything's sharp.
Great value.
22 on the dice plus 16 twice.
This program is
So
not sponsored by
32, 54.
Total damage?
Yeah.
No. God. Yeah. Let me check something here.
54, 55.
I think I wrecked something.
I think you broke your wing.
You broke your worm.
Your worm.
I broke the worm off in there.
Just the tip.
Okay. Okay. So these crabs are like, oh my god, this is harder than I thought. What's page 32 say? I got the antenna up. Crab mechs go flying. Whatever they were building looked like some sort of generator, and you basically come up and just splinter it, and it just shatters. Remember in Revenge of the Fallen, Transformers, when they're get the thing on the top of the pyramid, and Optimus just one shot, but you just kind of like headbutted your way through from the bottom. So this
Like
thing,
the big dune worm.
yeah, this thing explodes, and I see it as kind of like, since it's a seismic disruptor, there's like a detonation, and it's like Lord of the Rings
Yeah.
when the Eye of Sauron finally gave out, and it just kind of crumbles and then poof, and like shoved it to the side. So as you come up, this thing detonates. Whatever engine is supposed to be going to be used for this thing detonates, and all the rubble just kind of goes out in like a fan from you, and it actually pushes you back into the dirt. But you manage to just kind of go, oh, head first, and burrow down under. But all the crab mechs go kind of like tumbling like 9 pins, basically.
We're tumbleweeds.
Yeah. And most of them get hit on the rocks and they're damaged. The biomechs just kind of like, what was that? And you see two of the biomechs like turn, look at Yogg, and step away. And that lobster-like biomech, Commandant Yogg, turns, and you see him just kind of, and you hear the scream. And he basically is going to, on his next action, do something bad. But his next action is not for a while. So that was Jack's.
Yeah.
10s, 8s with the crab mechs are like, yay, we got the antenna up. 7s. Caretaker 5. He's going to take a shot. Let's see. Hit.
Well, Shadow is definitely rolling better than Olaf was the other week.
Okay. Ooh. Okay. You see Caretaker 5 basically take a shot at Commandant Yogg's biomech, pulls the trigger, and you see it hit like the neck. There's like a cable right there, like it's on like Myanmar cables. As he turns around and it shoots one, and you see the head just kind of and like do that. You son of a bitch. He just his arm transforms into that tube.
Oh yeah.
And he just Commandant Yogg is like, oh, you
Was it y'all you did that too?
yeah. So as he turned around, it blew out that cable, so his head just kind of lopped to the side, and they swiveled it over like, you son of a bitch. Okay. That was 7 6s. 6.
All right. Range, where am I at?
Are you haven't landed yet. You're
No.
still in the air, so you can circle around to wherever you want.
Well, actually,
If you're doing any kind of ranged attack, right now your target number is going to be 4 because you're within close range.
well,
Unless you want to move somewhere else.
actually, okay, so the Yogg is the apparent
arms.
leader.
Yeah, obviously.
Okay. Is he close enough for Big Benji to charge? Basically, swoop in
Swoop into him
and charge.
Yeah, he would be.
Because he has I got the horn attribute, so I'll
Okay.
use that with the tusks. I
Yeah.
figure.
That works. And as his neck cable goes and he glares at Caretaker 5, you hear like this alarm, like a klaxon, like a weird gong, 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 coming from all the biomechs. And it's just kind of a weird noise. They don't seem to notice it, but it's emanating from them.
Yeah, blown.
And as you are swooping in from behind him, right?
Yeah.
You come in, Caretaker 5 just does the steps to the side, like where you're coming. He's like, one single side step. Like, you're going to get hit, dude. You guys, as you're looking toward Commandant Yogg, you see that Mammoth is swooping in, and he's oblivious to it, obviously. So you're all like, ha ha. Behind him, descending out of like the clouds, this rather large ship, like a mothership kind of thing. It's not like Independence Day large, but it is a pretty good size. It's almost like a Star Destroyer is kind of like descending from the clouds and moving in.
Oh shit.
And you see a lot of the biomechs starting to kind of back up. But anyway, Big Benji?
Okay. Trying to remember what the horn, because I didn't write it. I think the horn gives an extra die.
Plus 4 damage on
you
first fighting attack action. Because I have it.
Oh.
Okay.
You need a 5-inch scale charge.
Yeah, plus
Right, I knew it had the
used for
charge.
attack. Each ability also grants the
So it adds a d4 to the damage.
You know, a plus 4 or a d4?
plus 4.
Plus 4. Flat 4.
Oh, just a flat 4. Yeah. Okay. So fighting.
Oh, yeah. Plus 4 damage. Horn adds an additional plus 4 damage to one fighting action if the creature ran at least 5 inches kaiju scale before striking. And you were charging, swooping
Swooping
don't
in.
allow that.
Yeah.
So you're going to get basically plus 8. Because it's plus 4 for the horn and then plus 4
Oh, I
more
see.
because you charged.
Okay.
That's how that works.
I see.
Yeah, so you would have that too, Mike. If you can charge at somebody, you'll get an extra plus 4 because you're puncturing through them.
Puncture them. Puncture them good.
7.
Okay, so that's a hit. So go ahead and roll your damage.
Yeah, now what is the damage done for that? It's just your strength
It would be your strength.
plus
Or the-
plus the 8.
Well, just the regular attack.
Or your
The
regular
regular
attack. So
damage.
1d12, unless you took the increased damage, whatever it was.
What is that called?
So it's strength plus 2d12 was the basic.
Like strength plus 2d12,
Yeah.
and then the increased damage ups.
Was another d12 plus or something like
Right.
that.
Oh, okay. So it's d12 plus 16 plus 2d12 because I have increased damage. So you don't get 16 twice, you just get once. That's why you get the extra 2 die.
No, there's a basic increase. The basic attribute of kaiju is an increased damage.
Right.
Strength plus 2d12. Dennis took an edge over that.
Oh, okay.
which is a 3d12 plus 12. So he would get the
But he doesn't get 16 twice. Because he had 16 twice. He had 32 total.
Yeah.
Oh, so you get 32
Yeah,
plus.
for your basic strength,
Okay.
and then the increased strength has a plus 16 or whatever to it. So you get that as well.
Okay.
It doesn't cancel it out. It just means you've done way more damage.
Right, okay.
Yeah. It's like Deadlands having, like, I can do
So
1d6 plus 4, but I bought an edge that gives me another 1d6 plus 4. That's just 2d6 plus 8, because that's a flat add-on.
so it was
You know what I mean?
No, go ahead.
okay. I had it. 18. So
Looks like a crab.
38 with the AP 24.
38?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. AP is what?
It's 24.
Okay. Okay.
Now, can I also use his tentacles because it's extra attacks, right?
Yes, it is.
Those don't get the bonus from the
Right.
horn,
Right.
so those are just
Just regular all-out attacks.
all right. So, and actually, go ahead and just
Chris
concentrate
Miller
on
probably
him.
turned in.
Yeah.
Right, Chris?
Hey, Chris.
4
Okay.
and 4
Okay.
and 2. So that one missed.
Okay. Yeah, one of them missed, two of them hit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fancy.
And 25. 41.
Okay. That was for one.
That was 1.
Yeah.
And the other one is 37.
Okay. All right. Yeah, that's good. Basically, you see that mammoth come up and almost pierce him, like basically what would be his lungs.
Mm-hmm.
You see the tusks kind of come out, and then two of the trunks just kind of wham, like do the karate chop
Oh, yeah,
to his kidneys and crush, and it almost rips the biomech in two.
Jeez.
I mean, it just kind of like crunch and tusks. There's sparks and smoke, and you hear that mechanized son of a. You know, he's pissed. And as that ship kind of comes into view, and that
Yeah.
you see the head of that biomech like blast open, and a little looks like a pod just up to the ship.
Oh, no.
And the biomechs basically start kind of backing up, and when they're far enough away, they're going to basically
Jettison.
they rocket boots, just like the giant robots. They're going to basically launch up to the ship. The crab walkers are pretty much heap. So, but you do see probably three, like the little hatch, three of those little pods. But yeah, Commandant y'all, the head casing opens up, and you see the little pod, which is about the same size as a human.
What number are we on? I have
Actually,
fear.
Actually, I don't know if it'll do any good, but Manchari's going to take another shot at the pod as it's.
And you have steady hands. Go for it.
Yeah. 5.
Okay, you hit.
8 points.
Okay. No.
No.
You can actually see it. Ting.
Yeah.
But you can see, imagine it's like, you sons of... Hey, you son... I can't believe you did that. Yeah. That was 7s?
There was 6.
6. 5. Wait, 4.
Yeah.
Okay, what are you guys doing? Technically, you roll first.
Okay, so they're already launching in the air.
Well, they're
Yeah,
preparing to launch.
yeah, they're basically firing up and starting to move up, but they haven't left yet
Okay.
because they don't have a card.
Well, then I have a pace of 10.
Okay,
Or I have that base pace 10
okay,
edge. So basically, he's going to launch himself at one of them and do the same kind of ram attack.
Oh,
One
okay.
of them. So
all right.
basically, I'm in the water and just basically. Yeah, man.
I can just imagine you're in the water, so when you take off, it's like that big water plume, and as soon as you hit the dirt, it turns to dust.
Yep.
So
Yep.
it's just water and dust, and then boom. Okay.
All right. So
Because I always see these
yeah,
scenes in like anime. Like this
Yeah.
needs to be an anime.
just like that.
Yeah.
Because 10. That's what's a normal pace then on everybody.
6.
6. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. All right. So I roll fighting, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. So 10 of these 6. I got an 8.
It's a raise.
Okay. And then okay. So now I do the damage. So it's 3d12, right? Plus 16. D12 plus 16 plus another d12. Right? Increased damage. That's what I have here.
Right. I guess so. Let's see.
Now, this is what I just wrote down, so I don't have to.
Yeah, D12 plus 16 for your strength, and then plus 2D12.
Right.
So 3D12 plus 16,
Right.
plus you have the horn,
Which is another 4.
and you're
And then
charging.
you're charging,
Plus
which is
the-
another plus.
So it's plus
8.
8, so plus 24
Yeah.
off the 3D12. Get a raise, get a raise.
I'm hoping. One more dice. Ooh, I did. 24. 25. 25 plus.
Plus 24, so
That's
49.
49. AP 24.
Okay.
He's a the guy's like, well, I got the ring, Bob.
AP of 24.
Yeah.
Okay. You basically, what's the horn like? Is it like
It
an
basically
actual
is
horn,
whole-
or is it like Tobar is kind of like an axe?
It
like,
basically does that. The whole body forms into that horn and basically this wedge and basically
a wedge.
wedge and like
Okay.
spikes. So it's like a wedgie
So
spike.
you see Gamma Man right next to you guys. It's like plume of water, plume of plume of dust. You see the mech just kind of standing there, and then all of a sudden the mech is like two halves of a mech, 30 yards apart, and you see beyond that it's kind of like you see him like split in half, and there's sparks, and behind him, just kind of like skidding to a stop, is Gamma Man about 100 yards away, and this mech just.
kids are home like,
That's a secret ram attack. Yeah, basically, you plow right through one, and because you are a wedge, it just cuts him in half.
nice.
All right, you had a 4.
No. He was sneaking around the back of the main link.
Right.
So he got an eye on the pod.
Right.
He has basically a telephone pole spear
Yeah.
that he's going to throw at the pod.
Okay. Now, keep in mind this is a very small target, so you're gonna have a modifier of -2 from your roll
Okay.
because you are a god of the hunt. I'm not gonna make it a -4. I'm gonna just make it a -2, but it is a small moving target.
Fair enough.
So it's like,
You,
but you have
You're hitting a fly.
Yeah.
which is fine.
With a javelin.
He's sentient, so he'll be able
So
to.
do you have throwing?
You do.
Okay.
Has a D10 throwing.
So D10 and a D6, your wild die, to see if you hit.
Come on, baby. Woo, the wild die popped.
Okay.
10.
-2 is 8.
8.
So you hit with a raise.
Nice.
Okay.
Okay.
It's like, dang, baby. All of a sudden, it's like this.
Yeah, sorry.
You can see him like out of nowhere, like behind a building. Boop.
I just think of that scene in Kong Skull Island where the guy's flying the helicopter and like, and there's that tree. Yeah, that's pretty funny.
You're gonna get away from me, asshole.
What the?
Okay, 1, 2, 3 popped. The D6 doesn't go with the damage dice, right?
No.
Right, just
So
same.
2 popped.
It's like you just tried to do the freak. He's like, ah, son of a bitch, I got hit anyway.
I gotta think. That was 3 raises or 3 pops. So 10, 20, 30, 39.
Okay, all right. You don't actually destroy the pod. You hear the tink. You can hear coming down. Ah, you can't stop. Oh shit! the pole hits it, and travels off that way, and the pod like launches this way and whirls.
Well, the spear. It's got a.
Yeah.
It's a sharp.
So you
point.
basically just did the
Right.
all in the side pocket. Kind of like you kick off the hand, so he shoots this way, tumbling.
Yeah.
And then he slows down and starts kind of like getting pulled back like a tractor beam.
Ah, shit.
You can imagine inside. It's like, oh, I can't believe you did that, but you didn't get me. Oh my god! And he probably like grabs the barf bag under his seat. It's like coming down your hog is a can of pop. So
How'd the mission go? Big pole.
So yeah, basically, they get the pods immediately go back up to the ship. The biomechs are kind of starting to take off. So if you want, we can do one more round because you can probably get a couple attacks in on the biomech.
Sure.
Okay, so we'll do another round.
Dennis.
Dennis?
Dennis.
Yeah.
Go another round.
Cards.
So it's just the biomech. Ooh.
30.
All right. You got a joker. Sure. Now, was that good to let you go anytime?
Well, I don't remember exactly what the.
Oh, yeah, you can go anytime.
All right.
You can interrupt somebody if you want.
Yeah.
And then you get +2 to your trait rolls and +2 to your damage rolls.
Wow.
For this turn, for this round.
Yeah.
Let's get this up.
+2. +2.
And that actually goes for both of my characters.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
Yeah, yeah, they go on the same action.
Thank you for everyone that's still on watching us. We appreciate it. Thank you guys.
One more round and we'll finish this.
Anastasia says, I am buzzed. If I was drunk, I would not keep my freaking head up. I rarely have a drink, but when I do,
Anastasia, you're rambling on the keyboard.
Yeah.
So I'm glad you're having fun.
Yep.
All right, so aces.
Yeah.
this is me.
Okay, well, this is Caretaker 5, so you don't have to worry about that.
Man.
I'll let him go.
Okay. Dave's gonna take another shot. Pretty good at that. Oh. Okay. Basically, one of the biomechs that's taking off nearby kind of like starts to fly up, and as you guys watch it take off, it's probably the one close to where you went through one. So you see the one next to it taking off, and about 20 yards up, its head just explodes, and the body just crushes back down to the earth as the boosters immediately shut off. And you see Caretaker 5 with his cannon, and he just kind of and reforms it back to a hand. So that's one down, or another one down.
How many are left?
There are 4 left.
4 left.
Yep, 4 left, because there were 6, and you took out crab walkers. You took out the rest of the crab walkers. You cut one in half just now, and he
took it.
blew off the head. He gave it some head.
Ooh.
Okay, so that was
Caretaker 5.
All right.
Go
ahead. Sorry.
Yeah.
Take off, charge, basically go back into flight and charge using the tusk
For one of the biomechs.
for one of the biomechs.
Okay, so it's kind of taken off. It just kind of turned like, oh. Like, all right, I'm reporting to home. Get me out of here. So go ahead.
And was that enough of a movement to get the charge?
Yeah, if you wanted to pick one that's farther away, you can easily charge
Okay.
it. They're kind of sporadically spaced out. So yeah, you can charge it.
3.
Unless you have cash, and you can pay cash. 3 didn't make it.
3.
You can't spend a penny.
Okay, and that gives me
I think you get to re-roll.
reroll.
Yeah, you do get to re-roll. Just as long as you didn't go bust.
Yeah. Eight.
That's better.
Yes.
And you got a raise. So, all right. Well, that's good. So go ahead and figure out your damage. And I'm gonna check something because I think the rage should make it with the extra damage.
So 53.
Okay. And add a d6 because I forgot if you get a raise on your attack roll, you get 1d6 extra.
Oh wow, nice.
1d6 bonus.
Whoops.
Whoops.
Oh man. Actually, I forgot since I had the Joker, I was at +2.
Oh, that's fine. Yeah.
So that would be a total of 56.
Okay. And it wouldn't have mattered on your roll because you already got a raise and you didn't have enough to get a third raise with +2.
Yeah, but
the damage.
I actually would have hit with the first one at first
Oh, okay.
because I had 3, so it would have been a 5 to hit.
Oh, okay.
But I'll go ahead and take the second one. And
Okay.
spend a penny, so
It's enough.
yeah.
So basically, you do the same thing, use the tusks and damage and one of the tentacles or one of the trunks.
Well, I haven't used it. I haven't even rolled the
Oh, okay.
tentacle.
Go ahead.
Yet, so that's 8
Okay.
for one. Well,
Melon,
Melon
Max
6.
No, Mac.
Crash Brother. Melon Mac.
A 10, a 6, and a 6 on the.
Okay. So all 3 of them hit.
Yeah. Do I even need to roll?
No, you don't.
Okay.
You don't.
Just for fun.
If Crash and Burn had a mech, it'd be like the most junkiest thing with like paint all over it. It'd be like a big giant tentacle dildo for Burn. Crash would just have like on the gun, it would say "You're fucked." On the chest, it'd probably have the big happy face. Have a good day. You know, I need to draw that now. Okay. Anyway. You come up and the biomech is like, you puncture through it and probably sideways. So you've got a tusk coming through the chest and one through the basically the stomach. And with your tentacles, you basically grab one leg, and an arm and just rip it.
Make a wish.
Yeah, basically, and shake your head so it not only rips 2 legs and an arm off, but it actually cuts through, like here to the groin,
Ooh.
and the whole thing just sparks. And there is meant to tell you there's sparking, but because these are biomechs, there is some sort of ichor,
Right.
blood, something that's like a very vibrant green,
Ooh.
almost like predator blood.
Nice.
So when you split yours, but you were moving so fast, you didn't even get touched by it.
Right.
When
Nice.
he shot it, it was mostly a cockpit kind of thing. So
Yeah.
there was some greenish goo, but it was mostly sparks. But when you do this, it's like raining. It's like a Nickelodeon show down there. You know, people in the,
I don't know.
it's like people in the streets like peck, but instead of marshmallows, just this green goo. Yeah, it's
What's going on? I don't know. Like, well, I don't know.
there's the two farmers. Well, would you look at that? Splash. I think they won.
Yep. Anyway, it's all about the animal sex. It's all about the
jeez.
So yeah, basically you rip that biomech
True story.
totally apart and kind of fly on by. Okay, so kings.
Kings?
That was
Joker.
That was aces, yeah.
So kings, queens,
What do you
jack.
got there, Dennis? You got 7?
So
Who's got? What do you got? 'Cause-
I got 5.
6.
Yeah.
okay, you're all gonna go before
7,
the
6,
biomech.
5.
So, oh yeah, I guess I could. Yeah. So okay, 7, 6,
Dennis
5.
goes for
What do you go first?
already. Now, what's the status of the general?
He's gone.
He's
destroyed.
gone. He destroyed.
you
He
missed all
almost
that.
ripped his biomech in half and an ejector and like a little pod ejected
Yeah.
from the head. And as it went up,
His guy shot the
his guy
glass.
shot it with a hunting rifle,
Ding
and
dong.
it ting.
He's like,
And you can imagine Commandant Yogg's like, ooh, I can't believe you shot me. You didn't get me. And he looks over, and here comes a telephone-sized spear that he throws, knocks the pod off its trajectory, but then he keeps going. It didn't damage the pod, but it knocked him off. And then he gets to the mothership with some of the crab walker, 2 of the crab walkers exit.
but he's shaken and
The
stirred.
biomechs, there's 6 of them. They're getting ready to take off. He actually runs super fast from the water. So you see a plume of water, a plume of dirt as he hits the earth, cuts through it because he becomes a wedge, splits this biomech in half and skids to a halt behind it. And this thing falls apart with sparks and green blood or ichor spraying from it. Another one next to him is taking off, and its head explodes. And you see Caretaker 5 lower his gun and transform back to a fist or a hand. And then there's another one that's flying off, like, oh, you poor suckers over there. Oh, my God. And that woolly mammoth comes, spears him through the chest and the stomach with its tusks, grabs one arm with a trunk, or one leg with a trunk, the other leg with a trunk, and one of his arms with a trunk, and just rips it in pieces. And shakes his head, so he rips it long ways in half. And it just kind of rains that ichor down on the ground. And that's where we stand. So
There's
the Commandant Yogg's mech is basically like disabled and just kind of like leaning drunkenly to the side, just devoid of any power. So there's 3 more biomechs taking off. So if you want to attack one, you may.
Yep. Whichever one's
Closest.
probably the highest one.
Okay.
Going for the highest one, going to lead whatever the lead one is, and my sandstorm attack
Okay.
at it. And that was range attack. We do the. How did we roll on that range attack again?
He was fighting on mine, so. Right.
Yeah, fighting because it's not shooting. You're actually.
Okay, so that's a D6 and a D6. So another pop on the ghost die for 7.
Yeah, still a hit.
It'll hit.
Yeah, not the ghost die. The wild die.
Wow.
We're not playing Ghostbusters.
Wow, thing. Okay.
That reminds me, Bubba, he's been trying to build this mech.
Yeah.
Run away.
I'm gonna call Daikaiju.
Damage is 4d10 damage. There's a 10, and there's a 10, and more 10. There's a 10. Yeah. Where's that?
Ah!
Okay. It's 16. 19.
19?
Yeah.
Okay. Not enough to really damage it, but when you use your sandstorm, it's like it doesn't cause a wound, but it pelts the hell out of it.
Sandblast
Stone.
paying off.
It's a sandstorm with rocks.
Yeah. So it's kind of like dust. And if it was a human thing, you'd be like, oh, pink, ow! So you see this thing get sandblasted and dented all to shit, but it's still going, but you can see it's like thrusters are like, go faster. So, yeah. And let me make one more roll here.
Welcome to the Daikaiju repair shop.
Okay, well, that's some revenge. So the last two mechs are flying up. You see one all of a sudden get hit with like these stringy strings of lube. And basically it's like web wads. Is what they are.
The spider.
And it's like so it's like getting hit with like 4 basketballs.
Wow.
So
Yeah.
on that scale.
Yeah.
So these web
Space
wads
Jam 3.
these web wads pound into this thing and actually tear off one of its arms.
Oh my god.
And dislocate one of its legs, so it's like hanging by cables. And it's still kind of going, but it's again like, oh my god. And you see Aracula is up like under a bridge in the shadows, and you can see like it's or her, you think it's a female. You see the 8 eyes just kind of reflecting like a stoplight. So they're bright red. It's just like dripping blood out of her mouth.
Nice.
It's like, and then the last one is like, hey, I'm getting away, suckers. And you see basically, I guess the best way to describe it is his sandstorm attack, but it's frigid air. And you see, and this thing actually freezes and shatters the chest
Like it's
and the head.
Like it's been dipped in.
Yeah, basically like liquid nitrogen.
Liquid nitrogen, yeah.
And as you you see this happen and the thing just shatters and kind of falls to pieces, as you look, you see Kentuka, the ice ape, up on his bad arm, like in the water, like this.
Yeah.
And his hand, he actually emits it from his hands. And he's just like, he looks pissed.
Yeah.
He's like, whoa. And he lets out that like King Kong growl. But when he growls and makes noises, it's almost like you can hear tinkling, like glass.
Oh yeah.
When he moves.
and
Yeah.
rock.
Yeah. So he actually does that and then just kind of slumps back down in the water like, I feel like shit. But all the biomechs are destroyed. The crab walkers, only 2 of them got up, and then Commandant Yellow got up. And,
Barely.
actually, the guy hit with web wads, and the one that got hit with sandstorm, you see as they're flying up, especially the one that got hit by web wads, you see the head case open up and another pod goes out, and that falls to the ground. The one that got sandblasted is still going. Like, I'm keeping my suit.
Can we still go or not on that?
By the time he actually ejects, he's close enough to the mothership.
Yeah. My character would have been next. He's going to point at you and say, shit.
And he was going to basically he actually run to you and maybe you could
Fastball
specialty. So I do that sign in the thing and like throw. I'm basically going to try and grab onto the booster and get on it and ride it up.
Okay. As it's flying up, and you're like, you're going to throw him.
Yeah.
Caretaker 5 points to you. And it actually goes. And he's trying to get his point across. Let's see if he can figure it out.
Oh,
You run to him, you throw him to him, and you launch him or go with him. Because it's like if you two can fly up there, because all you got to do is get him up to him. This thing is pretty high. He's like, all you got to do is get him to him, and then you can fly up there, and both of you could attack. And caretaker, because he's
throwing and bobbing around like, pick me up.
so he's like, go. So you want to do that? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just need you guys. We're gonna make rolls. Just don't bust. So you're just gonna run. So you don't have to make a roll.
Right.
But you need to make a dex check
Agility.
or agility
Okay.
to make sure you can grab him and use his force to throw him towards advantage.
Okay.
So all you need is a 4. Just don't roll snake eyes.
I was going to pop instead.
Because I was thinking about grabbing hold of it and riding up the mothership and basically the beam into the ship.
14.
14. Okay.
All right.
All right. So basically, he zooms at you and you time it perfect, and you're like, I just hear the drum.
Yep.
But you basically,
Yeah. He's doing it
he
enough.
runs, you almost grab him by the abdomen and like
Yep.
throw him like a spear. All right.
Those 2 raises.
Yeah. Benji, you need to make an agility check
All right.
to essentially catch him, like either with your trunk or fling him up on your back so you can both fly. And then your flying is just you go.
Yeah.
Now, since I'm a smaller guy, I'm not quite as heavy as a full mech, so
Right.
yeah.
I don't think that weight will matter to
Yeah.
Benji anyway.
Okay. 6 for the.
Okay. So you fly right toward that mammoth,
Yeah.
and it reaches out with its trunks and basically grabs your arms and flips you on its back. Your
pat you
guy
on the
is
belly.
probably like,
I pat you in the belly and I look at you and I do the.
okay. And you guys fly toward that mech. You can get to the mech, and it's kind of like, hey,
I thought they were
hey.
flying to the ship.
Yeah.
Well,
Are you going to the ship or are you going after the mech? The ship is pretty far away. The mech, you'll get to the mech before you get to the ship. But if
Yeah.
you want to try and get to the ship, that's fine.
well. Yeah, we'd probably go for the mech first.
Go for the mech first? Okay. So yeah, this poor mech is like, wow, I just got paint. I just got chips. I can fix this. Suckers! Holy mother of God, 2 of them! So basically it's like,
And your guys up front like reloading.
We got this.
all right, so the mech just kind of like, and because he doesn't have any cards, he doesn't have time to eject. So, you know, the guy inside's probably just like,
It's been a good life.
tell my wife I love her.
Yeah.
You guys hit the mech. What are you going to do to it?
Horns.
Horns and tusks. And what are you going to do to it? Or do you want to jump off and try and shoot the ship or whatever?
That's what he was gonna like basically jump off, like land on the mech guy and like try and kick him down to you. And as I'm on the guy, I was basically use your the ship.
Sounds good. Why don't you make you roll? Why don't you roll your shooting? So
Okay.
basically, he zooms towards you. You throw him like a spear. Benji grabs him with his trunks, puts him on his back. They fly up toward the mech. The mech's like, oh, mother of God. You jump off of Benji onto the mech's shoulders and pull him down. And he's like, what the? Oh, and you pull him right into Benji's face, the face of death. And then as you jump off, you
Do the ranged attack, the beam. Yeah, jump up and
the poor mech is just like, oh my God, they're both gonna, hey, what just jumped on my shoulder? Oh my God, and shoved you right, which is basically like shoving somebody into a Cuisinart. So you're like, with the trunks just kind of, fly.
I believe I can fly.
The whole definition of facepalm.
Yeah, instead of you spearing him, you just wait for him to impale himself on your tusk, and then you just he shreds. So you use your jump, you pace of 10, and you're gonna shoot your eye beam.
I got a 5.
You got a 5, so you hit.
All right.
Okay, roll your damage.
I don't do anything, but it's more of the
Pop a penny if you need
It's
to.
more of the just for the people on the deck of the ship. Like, what? That was close. They're approaching. they're getting closer, sir. What do we do? What do you mean they're approaching? It flew, and then the other one picked it up, jumping at us.
They're working together, sir. They're not just crazy critters.
I advised you, sir, not to kill John Wick's dog, and now look what you
Yeah.
Oh, it's awesome.
Down below, as they zoom in to see what's going on, the Caretaker 5 robot. Who are you?
21 with the 24 AP.
All right. Basically, the ship is.
I know.
It's not going to do anything, but
Scorch the paint.
it actually hits and does like scorch it a little bit, probably. But it is kind of like evasive maneuvers. Star Destroyer like, get the fuck out of here. So you jump and shoot the ship. It's like, and they're like, yeah, we're done. We're out of here. Okay, I'm out. So the ship basically turns and kind of hightails it out of it. Really does. Now, as you get to the apex of your jump, you're like, take that. Boy, that's a long drop. I didn't know I was up this high.
Yeah.
So,
Catching.
okay.
You want me to roll or agility check just for
Yeah, just make an agility check. Just don't mess up.
6?
Okay. You catch him easily. So,
Try and be gentle when I land on you.
you can kind of fly up above him and pace yourself, so you just kind of like glide right under him and swoop and pick
Let
him
him
up.
fall for a little bit.
Yeah.
To,
As he flies up, like, bye. Oh, I'm kidding. All right, so you land on Big Benji's back. You guys come down in the helicopter. Tomi Sato is like,
I didn't do the human part when Shailud came up under and obliterated the construct. The song goes,
okay. After all that, the first one to speak is probably Tomi Sato, Caretaker 5 sister, and she's like, what did we just witness? What?
And then Elizabeth goes, my dad and his friends.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Things like,
yeah. Director Tanaka actually gets on the mic, and she's like, "We're monitoring this from base. Did we just see teamwork from them? Is that what we witnessed?" And Tomi Sato's like, "Yes, they work together."
Yes, they did. And father, see, well, I've noticed they've done signals each other. The Panawan hunting god.
Panawana. Same with Panawana.
Yeah,
Polynesian.
Shit.
Tomi was like, "Yes, I noticed that as well."
Well, he is the hunting god. He does talk and speak and say things.
That Toshiro and she kind of points and looks probably at Elizabeth. Gamma Man? They seem to be using their intelligence to coordinate, but these other creatures just responded really well. Like they understood it.
Perhaps it is some sort of instinctual pack thing or something, like wolves working together and fighting. The alpha males summon them to fight the greater threat. They chimed in and work as a pack.
Fane's going to say, true, but where is the one that called them to this?
I don't know. Maybe he has business elsewhere.
Seems strange to me.
Oh, there's something greater coming. That ship disturbing.
We're only on chapter 2, yeah.
What does this mean?
Dun, dun, dun. Next time on Dino the Daikaiju.
The Reed conglomerate will quickly swoop in and start cleaning the construction
Just so you
site.
know, the Crab Walker's main objective was to complete the construction of an antimatter generator.
Oh God.
On their turn, roll a group repair for the crab walkers and add +1 for every 2 walkers that remain, which I did. They rolled snake eyes twice.
Oh man!
Once they accumulate 10 total successes, the generator is built. Y'all can then activate it on an action, causing a massive 9.0 earthquake that sets off a massive tsunami and spews poisonous gas from the Earth's crust into the air.
Wow.
If y'all get successful, the quake generator triggers a massive tidal wave that decimates humanity along the Pacific Rim and beyond. Unfortunately for y'all, however, it doesn't have enough precious antimatter and detonates the round after it's activated. The resulting explosion creates a 10-mile wide crater and swallows the kaiju whole. They each take 3d20 damage that ignores all armor.
Wow.
Jeez.
Those who survive are knocked out, but emerge a few hours later to regroup. If the heroic kaiju stop the post-protostomians, however, Yalg fights until his biomech is defeated, then triggers an escape pod and flies away to his spaceship to Bioorb. Hopefully. That was funny. Your bullet student. Oh, okay. That's
They're all like, "All right, you guys get started."
I just love the fact that they're like, all right, let's get out of here. They're following us. What do you mean they're following you? They're coming at us. They're approaching. They're like leapfrogging each other to get to us. They're shooting the ship. Massive ship sudden and powerful backblast creates a small tidal wave that washes the heroic monsters back, allowing the Prostomians to escape. So when it takes off, it kicks into hyperdrive and it pushes you all back. There's like... For the kaiju down below, it's more like you're in a wave pool.
Yeah.
But for like normal humans, it's like, oh my god, the destruction washed away from the bay. So you guys did a good job.
Yeah, we did a really good job.
Shilu, who just decided to go under it before we could even finish.
Yeah.
And then when you guys took out y'all, they're like, okay. Well, as soon as it got destroyed, that's when the klaxons went off. They were signifying the mothership, the Bioark, come and get us.
Oh, okay.
This mission is a failure, but we got to get out of here.
Right.
And y'all was, I'm still going to beat you guys senseless. And then it was like, pow. Hey, my neck. It's like, that was great. Just the
yeah.
Ding. That did nothing.
Oh boy.
Well, that was an excellent story choice there.
Everybody, thanks for tuning in. Well, next week, get ready for some other game, probably. Maybe not. We don't know yet.
Hopefully Nightlight.
Don't forget to join us on YouTube and check out our link tree. Good night, everybody. Good night.
Thanks for viewing.
So hope that was fun.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, it is a pretty cool story. It is so anime cartoon stuff.